Hey, welcome back to the Missouri Sports Network, MissouriSportsNetwork.com, where everyone has a home field advantage. Guy Newcomb, the scoreboard guy, alongside, and as always, presented by Central Bank of the Ozarks, Shelter Insurance Agents Grant Baker in Aurora, Sean Holman in Lockwood, Doak Propane, the Bank of Billings, Laborers Local 663 reminds us to drive safely in all work zones, and Great Southern Bank. Certainly glad you've tuned in. We're going to go north to Monroe City. We've been there prior doing a little basketball preview with Coach Brock Eteris, and now we've got the head football coach, Coach David Kirby, on with us. Coach Kirby, thanks so much for your time today.
Hey, thank you for having me on.
You bet. 11-1, and you've won 6 in a row. You've averaged, 56, 58 points over that stretch. Your defense is playing really well. You've got back-to-back shutouts, I believe, in districts. Kind of take us through the playoffs up to this point for the Panthers.
We finished strong in our regular season, won a conference title, and then the district run, we ended up earning the #1 seed, and we were playing Van Far week 1. We have a lot of talented kids, and we played very well. Scored 70 points that first week, had a lot of kids contribute. And then week 2, we played, oh my goodness, I just went blank.
Brentwood.
I'm sorry.
That's all right.
And our defensive game plan was very good. They're a very good running ball club, and we were able to really kind of hamper their run game and jump out quick on them. And our defense floated around, made some great tackles, and our offensive line is playing well, and we're creating new lines of scrimmage, and we were able to win that one, pitch a shutout. And then going into the district title game, and we were playing a team that we're kind of familiar with in Mark Twain, and our kids played very, very well. Defensively, we were very much on point. We wrote our keys very fast. And offensively, we do have some very special athletes, and we were able to jump out real quick, not only in the run game, but in the pass game, and kind of stretch the score out.
Again, we're visiting with head coach David Kirby at Monroe City. And Coach Kirby, just a little bit before we get into your quarterfinal game, just a little bit about your background. I know off the air we talked, and you actually played for a high school teammate of mine at Mike Thompson. But tell us a little bit about where you went to high school, college, and how you ended up at Monroe City.
Yes, sir. I'm from the Boot Hill, Missouri originally. So this quarterfinal game is kind of a homecoming for me, so to say. I grew up in East Prairie, Missouri, went to college at Southeast Missouri State. And after college, did a couple years as an assistant coach, as a middle school assistant coach in East Prairie. Really fell in love with coaching, and decided that's something I wanted to do. Moved to Milan, Missouri, which is in North Central. It's on the complete other end of the state from East Prairie, and taught there for 3 years. And after those 3 years, I came to Monroe City as an assistant, and that was the fall of 2011. And I've been here since. I became the head coach here in 2013, and I've been very blessed since I've been here. Great community, great school, and I've had a lot of really great kids who made me look a lot smarter than what I am.
Well, Coach, you guys are playing awfully well right now. As you go into this quarterfinal game, what are some things you really feel like you're doing well that you're going to have to be able to take advantage of in this game with Hayti?
I think one of the things that we've been very good at over the last 6 weeks is our offensive and defensive line. We're creating new lines of scrimmage. We're playing very physical. We're playing very fast. We are undersized in some spots, but we make up for that with a lot of speed from our offensive linemen. I've got 2 kids who could probably run on our 4x1 team that play guards. And so our tackles are both they're good sized kids, 6'2", 6'3", 220-ish. And our one kid he's a 34 ACT, so he understands everything. He figures out great angles, and we're able to create new lines of scrimmage. Defensive line wise, our kids understand their rules and their assignments, and they play very, very fast and physical. So that allows us a lot of opportunities to move the ball on offense, and then negate some of the opponent's offensive strengths. So that's where I think we've really shown the most positive growth over the last 6 weeks of those 2 offensive and defensive lines.
Now, as this game will be played on Saturday at 1:00 at Hayti, and outside of yourself and visiting with Coach Matt Perkins at West Plains, they've got to make that trek to Hannibal, which is over 300 miles. You're making a 325-mile trek down to Hayti. Are you going down the night before, or are you going down that morning up?
Yes, sir. We're going to go down the night before. Friday, we're going to load up, stay in Cape Girardeau on Friday night, and then finish the trip off Saturday morning. I think that gives our kids an opportunity, one, to rest and, kind of refresh their legs a little bit. Excuse me. Also allows us another opportunity to have some team meetings Friday night and kind of go over some of the last minute things that we need to cover. So that's how we're splitting our trip up.
As you look at a very good Hayti team coming in 11-0, kind of handicap them. What are you going to have to do? What are they going to provide you as far as an opposition? What are some things you're going to have to be able to take care of?
They're very dynamic. They have some very special athletes that start with their quarterback, Trayvon Thomas. He is lightning in a bottle. I mean, 6'3", 190 pounds, can run, can throw, and he is a special player. I think one of the things that we have to do defensively, we have to read our keys. We do have some kids who are very fast. We've been very blessed in Monroe City with a lot of track athletes, and those kids also play football for us. So we've got good speed, and we're going to have to, be able to run with some kids. The big thing with us is our defensive line is going to have to do a very good job of trying to contain. And he's going to make special plays. Their quarterback will. We're going to try to limit those. Spy him in certain ways, show different coverages and different defensive fronts, and try to make the windows cloudy. We don't want them to give clear vision on things. So that's our goal. And then offensively, we want to try to keep the ball out of their hands. We are a ball control offense, and we're dynamic. I know we can score a lot of points, and we can score points real quick. So we're going to have to really figure out our kind of flow of the game, try to see if we can create, mismatches on offense to their defense, and vice versa. Can we create mismatches to their offense with our defense, and play good special teams? That's something where they've got some dynamic return guys, and we're going to have to try to, eliminate some of those big plays.
You guys going into this game, I know it's, quarterfinals, and there's always the bumps and the bruises from just a season, but outside of that, are you relatively healthy going into this?
We are. We had some kids that were, banged up early in the year, and over the last 6 weeks, we've really started becoming healthy. And I think we're as healthy as any team in the state right now, which is a blessing, because I know there are teams that are dealing with injuries, and knock on wood, we are not. We're 100%, and our kids are feeling good and ready to play this ball game.
Outstanding. Well, Coach, I really appreciate you being generous with your time here today, and appreciate Coach Idris kind of helping set this up. We had an interview with him a while back, just doing a basketball preview. I know he's one of your assistant coaches, and I know about the talent level there. It's as far as all sports. You mentioned the track and field. They're going to be pretty good in basketball as well, and that's helping you guys out as well in the football field right now. But Coach, best of luck, safe travels, and hopefully next week we'll get an opportunity to visit again.
Hey, thank you very, very much for having me on. I greatly appreciate it.
You bet. Monroe City head football coach Dave Kirby. And Coach, thanks so much. You're listening to, you're listening to the Missouri Sports Network here at MissouriSportsNetwork.com, where everyone has a home field advantage. Keep it right here.